Hello and welcome back to Lorfen Anime Plays Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I'm your host Lorfen. In part 17 of Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake video, we're going back to the pyramid, this time the Golden Claw path. Yeah, we're doing that path. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Dragon Quest series videos like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell to be updated much more. In the last video, what we did is this. We got the magic key from the pyramid. Now we're going back into it. Yes, we're getting Mariah some golden claws. Now, this is not an easy thing to do due to the fact you're going to be constantly fighting enemies. We're going to be doing that for this entire video. I just want to give a warning though. So let's go ahead and surge ahead. Now, this is not going to be an easy trip. In fact, I felt like this is going to be much more harder than, of course, doing the treasure room in the last video. Yeah, it has to do something with magic. I'll explain about that in a bit. Number 2, you're going to need medical herbs like crazy to heal up because, yeah, the magic effect. Also, anything that will cure you of things like, for example, poison, etc. Have a few extra of those. This is going to be a long trip and you're going to have to fight through it. So, good idea to be level 17 to 19 for this. Now, if you're, I should say, above 20, you'll do absolutely fine. Just remember to restock no matter what. If you want to, you get strong medicine as well. That's another good alternative, like plenty of those. So, start grinding. Anyways, I'm checking for loot. Now, good news is, until something happens, Holy Wire works. Oh, yes, it does work. So, definitely do that. Now, what we're looking for are stairs. So we're going to look for an icon somewhere above our heads. That means we're at the right place. It's in this room. So I think it's at the statue. I need to get a lot more. Okay, there it is. Interact with it. And there you go, everyone. It's time to definitely go on down. Yep, we're about to go to Pyramid B2. Now, you see this pathway? It looks short. Oh, yes, it does. However, yeah, the reason why I linked with this video, we'll be fighting a lot of enemies. Seriously, we are. I'll explain about the curse too as well too. And also these 2 floors with magic in a bit. So, we have arrived here. If you need to, check everywhere. Then, loot this sucker up. So, let's go ahead and check it out. Inside is, let's see here in the sarcophagus, a set of golden claws or gold claws. But it's the golden claw or golden claws. Now, these weapons are really nice, you guessed it, for martial artists. In fact, it's like one of the best weapons for a long time. That's the upside. Now, the downside you're about to experience with the golden claws. So, downside with that is this. You get a curse. See, there's the voice there. The curse starts. So, here's the deal about that. Every few steps you take from here on out, it will nullify the holy wire, number 1. Number 2, enemies will pop out everywhere. Now the curse starts, and then your holy protection goes bye-bye. Even though if you try to use the holy water, that goes bye-bye too. Now, we're about to face some foes. You're thinking, does magic work? You're going to see why it does not. You notice that the 2 floors, B1 and B2, well, you cannot heal, cannot use magic at all. Now, the opposite effect is on the other side, they cannot use magic too. So, they try to cast a spell on you to debuff you. Nope. Only natural abilities will work for that against you. So, in other words, magic is sealed. You're going to have to start stockpiling medical herbs, strong medicine, you name it. Stock everything up. Because this is going to be one long trip, and it's going to be very painful. Yeah, this is exactly like it was in the original NES version of Dragon Quest, or if you played it in the United States back in the day, Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I went through the whole copyright thing, I think a few videos ago or so. But still, it's not going to be easy. You're going to be fighting a gauntlet of foes, so this is your gauntlet. Get used to it. So if you cannot take out these foes, my advice is level up some more, get some of the best equipment, or better yet, do the story for a while after you get the golden, I should say magic key, not the golden key, but still. After you get the magic key, you have so many levels, you come back here, and you can one-shot enemies like crazy to speed this thing up. Because this is not going to be easy, this is going to be brutal, especially if you're under level 17. So there we go. Victory. So let's surge ahead. Now, from here on out, every few steps you take, you will get into combat. So we're going to go ahead and use some medical herbs. And there you go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and re-explain some of the enemies here because they play a little bit different. Some of them play nasty. So if I remember right, the mummy and mummy boys will summon help. So be careful of that. And those help they summon are walking corpses. They're very powerful zombies. And if I remember correctly, they're like the first tier. Now, in the original Dragon Warrior and / Dragon Quest series for the NES, the translation was Horkers. Now, shades, they are super dangerous. The longer you keep a shade in battle, the tougher it will get, and it'll be much more harder for you to kill. They get devastating. They get hit very hard as well, too. The mummies, they could do critical hits. So that's another downside of that. So, yeah. The battles here just got ramped up because A, you cannot use magic to attack, and B, you cannot use magic also for healing or anything else of the matter. So if you have a magic heavy party, you're kind of screwed. If you have a party that's half and half, you're fine. Now, if you have a party that's full of fighters, you're fine as long as you have a supply of medicines. And okay, let's see here. All right, Holy Water, we got that back. And there you go once again. Get used to it. Oh, watch out for this set. So the shade set you seen there, this is the worst set you could get. And it can hit very hard, really hard. So I'll definitely guide through all of this and much more. Yeah, let's see what happens though. Okay, come on, Taylor, you could definitely do it. Oh, by the way, you sometimes will miss, and that would suck. Oh wow, they're hitting for 40 points of damage. And oh yeah, I need to mention that. Shades could do AoE fire attacks. It sucks. So we'll have to definitely go through the next round. So if you have like the tough cookie personality that gives you extra hit points and such, this will help you out greatly. Vamp might will as well, or anything else that has extra hit points, but any of the personalities that doesn't have hit point growth or stamina growth or even resilience growth, yeah, you might have a little bit of trouble due to the fact your growth is not there. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm facing this group of shades that are very tough. Now, if I remember right, I think they do drop agility seeds for the trouble, which is very good. And look like they are really just bulking up. So let's go ahead and try to take one out. Yeah, it looks like my main character is going to have to be the DPS of the party. I'm sure of it. Okay, good. We're down to the last one, but still, one's still trouble. And there's the wildfire. Okay, I'm going to have to definitely use some medical herbs up like crazy in the next round. On the 3, I could definitely do the DPSing. So, yes, if you're in this situation, make sure you have anything that will heal your characters. If you do not, 9 out of 10 times, they will die. And then your main character will have to revive your priest in the party. You don't have a priest, your main character will have to attempt to revive everyone if they try to. Unfortunately, oh yeah, you can't use magic. I forgot that. So you probably have to use an item or a certain weapon that could definitely do that in combat. So you're basically screwed. Now, one method I heard people did was, if I remember correctly, is that they died, then of course they wiped out, lose half their gold, and still escaped. We're not going to do it this video. No, we're going ahead and being tough about it. We're just going to fight our way through. So hopefully we could definitely do this. Oh man, this last shade is super tough. That is insane. And I miss. We'll definitely finish it off. Hopefully sooner than later. Come on, Taylor. You could do it. And 1 point of damage. Even as they consider that technically undead. By Dungeons & Dragons standards, I guess not in the Dragon Quest series. But oh well, we did it. That was a tough battle. Victory for us. This is really good. So we'll definitely move on. We're going to have to definitely recover and start passing out items to our party members since we used some of them up. Okay, let's stop here. Now, do not move forward at all until you guessed it, we heal everybody. Reason being is this. You want to take full advantage of enemies roaming around. They will not roam if you stand still. If you move around, they will roam, of course. That's a simple rule. We're abusing that mechanic in order to definitely get the W here. And yet, you notice I had about 130 medical herbs. I'm going to be using a lot of that. I didn't get much strong medicine because I definitely believe in my party members, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Then get into the next battle. Yeah, this will definitely test you. In fact, I got about 1 or 2 stories to tell you anyways about the pyramid and this floor. Okay, we're done, so let's move ahead. Alright everyone, story time about the NES version. So I went for the magic key first because I felt like that was a great idea to definitely do. So I decided to go down to the pyramid, fought like normal. That was very easy as heck. Now back in the day with the NES version, your inventory was very limited, so it was a great idea. I did restock, good thing as well too. Yeah, you always restock on medical herbs due to the fact that, yeah, that was the only thing that really healed you. Besides a certain item later on, which I will not name. So I went down to the pyramid, yeah, just like I'm doing now. And what happened was I was thinking, okay, let's go down there with my party of if I remember correctly, a soldier, mage, and of course a wizard. Yeah, I did the cookie cutter default party. And that was pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I learned some few lessons that day. Lesson number 1 is don't get too cocky. Everybody did survive, but barely. Number 2, if there's an item there that you're not going to use, yeah, don't go down there until you can figure out you can sell it for plenty of gold. And number 3, get ready to do a lot of battles because in the NES version of the game, every step you take, you do a fight. And no, you cannot use magic, cannot use anything. It was pretty funny back in the day. So you can imagine me when I was very, very young, teenager, just fighting the way through everything. You guessed it, from start to finish. Also, as a teenager, I read that hint book as well, too, on how to survive. Yeah, that was messed up. So, in the end, I did get the magic claw. Everybody survived, and I realized, yeah, we're not fighters. Yeah, that was the class at the time for the martial arts was fighters. So, you know what I did? Sold the sucker for a lot of gold. And that bought me some next weapons for the next town ahead, which was very nice. Okay, easy battle. We definitely did it. So, that was about it for the NES version. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go on with, you guessed it, the Game Boy Color version, or those of you at home who played it in Japan, the Super NES version. Now, the Game Boy Color version was different. I did the 2 party members, which was Mage, and of course Priest. And as I go on the wild side, which you guessed it was a martial artist. And I all had an all-male party. It was pretty funny. So anyways, we did the same thing. Went through the pyramid, went through the keys. That was very easy. We had different personalities. And I definitely remember the martial artist one. And yeah, that was, I think it was more like a daredevil. I definitely picked a lone wolf for my main character. Yeah, I went towards all that. The other 2, on the other hand, I think I had geniuses. That I don't know how I did that. That was stupid luck there. Then again, I just put all wisdom seeds there. Was pretty cool. So what happened was I went back into the basement thinking, okay, we're going to get the golden claw, but this time I'm going to go ahead and keep the sucker, which is neat. Now, difference between the Game Boy Color / the Super Nintendo version and the Nintendo version was this. When you fight enemies, it's not every step you take, it's every few steps you take, just like you're seeing right now. So I went through the same thing, fought the enemies, slugged it out. I was about, if I remember correctly, level 19 to 20 at the time. I'm not like over level like right now, but still, it was pretty crazy. So I went through there, kicked some serious booty, had a good time doing it. And then after that, I conquered the pyramid basement 1 and basement 2. Got the golden claw. And yeah, you guessed it, my male monk / fighter / martial artist really kicked some serious booty, and that was so worth it. Carried me through the end of the game though, because I kept on seeing the martial artist doing critical hits. And that's my story version on the, you guessed, the Game Boy Color version. As for the Nintendo Switch version that I was testing on, well, I did something very different. So you notice that all the other versions from here on out, from the Game Boy Color to NES version, had a bag. So I had a chance to take advantage of that. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and Iron Man it. In other words, whatever medical herbs I did get, I'm keeping my bag. No buying, no nothing like that. I decided to tough it out. Oh yeah, for this pyramid run, after I get the magic key, huge mistake. Hilarity did ensure, though, I'll definitely say. So here's the deal. I went through the B1, that was fine. Fighting enemies like normal, went to B2, that's fine. Now it's alright. Then I start to notice, I said, okay, I can't cast magic on either. This is going to be real fun. So anyways, what happened was I went through the pyramid on the, you guessed it, that version. And yeah, just say those shades were tearing me up like crazy. And such. Also mummies as well too. Yeah, basically, yeah, it was not easy. So I used up all my medical herbs like crazy. Yeah, all my supply was gone by the time I got to B1. So it was like, yeah, I had to slug it out. And of course, it was the exact same position like this version of Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, on where the stairs are at. Now, on the NES version, it's a little bit far away. This one, not so much. But still, it was like a tearing gauntlet. My characters start dying off, and my main character wasn't. Here's the funny thing about all that, though. I did a test run of, they're all females except for my main character, so my martial artist, she was a tough cookie. My priest was definitely a tough cookie with high hit point rolls. And my mage was a vamp. And my male, and my, I should say, hero was a male version of vamp, but they didn't call it that, they call it something else. Anyways, I was the only one that survived. Everybody else wiped out. I got lucky and made it to the surface. That was the story about the Nintendo Switch version. The lesson I learned that day was don't get too cocky. So as you see, what I'm doing is I had supplies while I'm telling you all these stories. And because of that, yeah, I'm going to easily definitely get through this floor. I'm just hoping I could definitely take these shades out and take them out fast. And oh yeah, by the way, he just tried to catch Whoosh on us. And I hope you all definitely see me enjoying this. I'm going to be honest, I personally enjoyed this pyramid one. It was a nice challenge on both aspects. The treasure room and definitely the death gauntlet once you get the golden claws. From the area you start out with getting that up to the surface. And yeah, there's a surprise at the end once you get out. I'll explain about that though. Anyways, let's keep on going. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everybody about the NES version as well. If I remember correctly, the NES version, depending on what version you got, they're both the same. The Golden Claw attract enemies. Every step you take, you fought them. Yeah, it was like a deal saying, should I definitely keep those for my fighter, or else he or she will have to be the one that bringing the suffering to the party, or sell it, and my fighter just sucks. And well, I would say you probably have to sell them, but oh well, you'll definitely get some level ups. You probably should do some class changes as well. But still, I would definitely say they lighten up from here on out about the foes and such. We're almost done here. We just got walking corpses, and then that's about it. And we're about to get very, very, I do mean really close to, you guessed it, Pyramid Basement 1. I'll admit, though, this version brought me back good memories, of course, of all these pyramid runs. We're almost done here, so... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. Do get the Holy Lance on all versions if you can. It might be named something else on the NES version. Reason being is, yeah, it's a good weapon for the priests. They did a nice change to it for this version I'm playing. Well, because it's undead you face, and you get extra damage against the undead. Which is good, especially if your priest needs a little bit of oomph. Okay, that should be the last battle for Basement 2, so we're done with part 1 of the Gauntlet of Doom. Let's definitely go on up. So, we're almost out of here. In fact, we're halfway there, so Pyramid B2 is behind us, so we're going to go ahead and start the Death Gauntlet on Pyramid B1. So, here we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and allow this in the replies here if you reply to this video. what are your worst dungeons you ever did? What's the toughest? What's the experience in it? You name it, just vent out. If you decide to do the pyramid on any versions of the Dragon Quest games, I'll allow it too. Seriously, I'm about to give some stories because we're about to fight the same amount of enemies just to get the heck out of here. Yeah, it's like I said before, steps you take, you get enemies, get used to it. So let's definitely kill these foes off. Hopefully they do not, I repeat, do not. Please summon some walking corpses. Okay, good. That's a miss. Hopefully I could definitely take all these foes out. Yeah, I'm really missing, of course. Yeah, that was spells. I probably should have investigated into what items definitely cast those spells in item form instead of just magic. Alright, we did it. So as soon as we're done with this battle, check it all out. It's story time once again. This time, some of the dungeons I did, I felt like that was brutal. I should say really brutal too. Yeah, that was some worst designs ever. So here we go. Now, y'all notice I have my Don't Panic guide on Might Magic 6. Well, one of the worst dungeons in that game was Castle Darkmoor. Now, it looks like a normal dungeon layout that's underground with castle and such like that. It looks like it's a cool dungeon. Yeah, it's very nice where you have fully buffed party members, but here's one issue I had. Those floating eyes. Super annoying. Really annoying. And they had a lot of hit points, and they do hit like tons of bricks as well. That's not the worst of it. They dispel your buffs. Yeah, those nice buffs you have that you've been going through the game, kicking some serious booty. Those buffs go bye-bye. You could even do turn-based or whatever, but still, you have to slow through that dungeon in order to get through it. Now, that was the stuff of nightmares when I did try that. I'd probably say I started the dungeon, and about 3 or 4 hours later, I went through the entire dungeon. And I had to do a lot of trickery and stuff. Now, a good thing is the spawn system will not respawn until a certain amount of in-game days, which was a while. So but yeah, I did was I started clear out the dungeon, buff up, kill those flowing eyeballs of doom one at a time. Then I gotta get out of here. So I did was I rest a lot, and I had to use Lloyd's Beacon, which was a spell that would place a mark there. So this way you could also recall to the same location with the same spell as well. So yeah, I ran out of a lot of food. Lloyd's Beacon to the nearest shop, bought some food, went back into that castle, and killed those eyeballs. Once I cleared it, that was it. That was part of the story that was very good. And I was done. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention those toads now appear on the floor as well with the shades too. You're welcome. And if I think I remember right, their breath attack is not magic. Oh yeah, it casted magic with snooze as well too. So yeah, that was about it for Might Magic 6 Castle Darkmoor. Yeah, for those who are Might Magic fans, y'all suffer like I did. Now after this combat, I'm going to go ahead and get to a next dungeon that was, I'm going to go ahead and say more annoying than difficult. Yeah, seriously, it was more of that. Okay, you're the last one down. Just hurry up and die so I can tell my story. Oh good, you're dead. There you go. So we're going to take another few steps. It'll be combat and another story time. Yeah, I'm going to keep you all entertained because it's just nothing but battles. Alright, so story time. Now, this one is with the Sega Genesis era. Well, more like Sega CD. And that game was Lunar 2. The original, not the BS remakes. Yeah, I'm going to get some hate from this saying, I like the PlayStation 1 version of it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Sega Genesis, Sega CD version, I should say more like it, the proper system, was much more better. So anyways, there was an extra dungeon at the end, I say after the game, was called the Dragon Ruins. Now at the start of the game, you went in there, stole an eye, and that was it. It was pretty funny though. This time, no, you had to actually go through it. Now, it was not bad as for difficulty itself. I had over-level party members, and I was just getting extra loot. What was annoying was the dungeon layout. That layout was bad. Worse than the Might Magic 6 version of, you guessed it, Castle Darkmoor. Oh yeah, that was real bad. So anyways, I was fighting through enemies. They were alright. Layout was terrible. Only one issue I had was a little bit of an issue really you guessed it. There was a floor in the dungeon. You could fall down. You had to go back. So you had to guess on what holes are there, and you just pray you get through that level. And another annoying thing was the doppelgangers. Yeah, seriously. You had to figure out how to defeat them. And yeah, they could get super annoying. Just say I barely survived those. That was the only difficult part of that. But the loot was absolutely worth it, though. Seriously, it was totally worth it. So, yes. So, I would say, in essence, if you played Lunar 2, the Sega CD version, if you get yourself a copy of it legally, yeah, try it out, though. That dungeon on the post-game, yeah, the Dragon Ruins, you're going to suffer saying, oh, God, the layout's terrible. I wish for Castle Darkmoor from Might and Magic 6. Other than that, though, the rest of the game was pretty cool, though. And there you go. We did it. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to entertain you all on the last two battles. And that's about it. So let's definitely go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a countdown now. There's only 2 battles left. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk through those. And besides the other dungeons, you already seen that I experienced, which was Doom in Ultima 5. That was a brutal dungeon, but very fun. And the Stygian Abyss in Ultima 4, that was great as well, too. Ultima 6, yeah, no dungeons were that tough. It's just deceit was annoying, that was it, and it was optional. Anyways, let's see here. There's those shades. Hopefully I could definitely down those. I'm going to try to do that. Oh, let's try to cast Frizzle. Yeah, you cannot, of course, nullify our magic because it's already been nullified. Oh, wow, nice job with the spear. Thank you, Taylor. I could have just talked through all the battles like that, but I had to just mix it up somewhere. I might do that more in the future, though, because I had real fun doing that. Alright, that shade's about to die, so let's go ahead and hurry up and kill it. Come on, you could do it. Just take it out. There you go. Now we got the mummy-like enemies, so at this point, we're just going to have to hope they do not summon any of those corpses. Seriously. That would be very bad. Come on, Taylor, you could do it. That spear kicked in. That is nice. I think I remember right. Mariah, okay, she is up. Please don't miss. All right, there you go. That is 1 battle down. And I believe since we're getting very close to the stairs, that's going up, we're going to finish up. Yeah, I could have did the battle things, I should say, in the last video with the treasure room. I decided not to. Nah, I just let you all witness the horrors of that. So, here we go. We got last 3 enemies, and they are striking first. They're mummies. Oh, man, that is nice. I think I remember right. I do have a mummy in the Monster Arena team, which is good. I just have to find more of those so they level up. Or I should say that mummy, which is called Mumsy. Yeah, Mumsy would not be proud with you mummies. Anyways, they're going to go ahead and die horribly. You guys are going to be honored to be the last foes to be killed, so we get out of here. And there you go. So let's go ahead and take it out. And okay, 1 more hit, and that should do it. Yep, there you go. Taylor's Holy Lance did it, and that's it. So we're going to get very lucky when we get the heck out of here. And, of course, something nice will happen. Okay, everyone, as soon as you get out of here, you will gain the Steam achievement that relates to the Golden Claws by you grabbing it from B2 and getting to the surface of the pyramid. In other words, you leave the pyramid like that, you get the trophy/achievement on that, and you get yourself some nice Golden Claws. Now, good news is the curse only happens at the pyramid inside. I think it's mainly B1, B2, maybe the rest of it. But we did, so let's get out here and recap. Here's a recap for this video, everyone. So here we go. First thing we did was we went back to the pyramid, went through B1, show everybody where the stairs are to B2. Went to B2, by the way, B1, B2, before the Golden Claws thing, I used some kind of holy water to get away the foes, you know, keep them away. So once I stolen the Golden Claw, that protection went bye-bye. So every few steps I take in B2 and B1, I had to fight my way through, tell some fun stories along the way, and also my experience with the pyramid versions and some of the 2 dungeons that was real bad I played. Other than that, I escaped with the Golden Claws. That's on Mariah now. She'll hit a lot more harder, and that's it. In the next Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake video, we're going to use the magic key on most of the doors. This is it from my Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake Part 17, the Pyramid Going Claws Path video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day and night, and do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more Dragon Quest series content just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Enjoy the battle, everyone. Ah!